Grains form the caloric backbone of the global human diet, and rice alone sustains more of the world's population than any other single food. The nutritional comparison between quinoa and rice has been a fixture of health food culture for the better part of 2 decades, with quinoa consistently positioned as the superior alternative for protein completeness and micronutrient density. Adding vitamin K to this comparison reveals yet another dimension where these two foods, culinarily interchangeable in many applications, diverge in nutritional character. Quinoa provides modest but measurable vitamin K, with values around 0 to 5 micrograms per cooked 100-gram serving, depending on variety and preparation. White rice provides virtually none. It has been processed to the point where its modest outer bran layer, which carries most of its micronutrient content, is removed. Brown rice retains more, but still delivers far less than quinoa. Neither grain is a significant vitamin K source by absolute standards. You would need to consume unrealistic quantities of either to approach meaningful K intake from grain alone, which is precisely why the comparison matters more as a contextual framework than as a direct K competition. What the comparison illustrates about grain selection is a principle of nutritional density that extends well beyond vitamin K. Quinoa, technically a seed from the goosefoot plant family rather than a true grain, offers complete protein with all 9 essential amino acids, a distinction virtually no true grain achieves without combining multiple sources. It provides iron, magnesium, manganese, and phosphorus at levels superior to either white or brown rice. It contains quercetin and camphorol flavonoids with anti-inflammatory and antiviral properties studied in multiple disease contexts. And it has a lower glycemic index than white rice, resulting in a more moderate blood glucose response that matters for insulin-sensitive individuals. The warning in the quinoa narrative is that quinoa has been elevated to a near-mythological status that occasionally outruns the evidence. It is an excellent food. It is not a superfood that overrides the nutritional context of an otherwise poor diet, and its K contribution is too small to matter significantly in a vitamin K optimization strategy. The more meaningful dietary implication of choosing quinoa over white rice is the displacement it achieves, replacing nutritionally vacant white rice with a protein-complete, micronutrient-richer option shifts the dietary foundation in a favorable direction, freeing other meals to focus on higher K foods rather than compensating for the complete nutritional absence of white rice. Preparation matters for quinoa in a practical sense that many people encounter as a deterrent. Improperly cooked quinoa, the most common outcome for first-time preparers, is mushy, gluey, and unpleasant in texture. The correct technique is brief toasting in a dry pan before cooking in broth at a 1.75 to 1 liquid-to-grain ratio, followed by undisturbed rest-off heat for 5 minutes. This produces quinoa with a light, separated texture that makes it a genuinely enjoyable base for grain bowls, soups, and sides, and a realistic dietary staple rather than a one-time nutritional experiment.